Nothing amazing happens here. Everything is ordinary.
Yo. What's good, y'all? Yo, Mr. Watch, what's good? SK Solo, what up? Sega, my boy. Black Artist, Stretch Diver, Clarky, Septoptopus, Kamari Tice, what's good? Most broken character? I don't know, there's a lot of broken characters in this game. Yo, Bake Cthulhu, thank you for the prime. Welcome to the Asakura Clan. I really appreciate that. I want to fight you. I've got good news for you if you're on PlayStation. I was lurking, curious about that streak. The streak. Man, what's good? Executive Mike. Hilaric, bro. I found you from watching Spark Zero content. Now I'm binging shit. Cool to be here live. Hey, well, welcome. Days consecutive stream. Yeah, it's been over 3 weeks straight. So I figured, you know what? Let's make it a month. If I could go a few more days, just a month straight. Which do I prefer and why? I haven't tried classic on here, but the game recommends standard. I feel like it was designed for standard, so I play on standard. The only reason I see to play on classic is if you're somebody who very regularly and recently was playing Budokai Tenkaichi. If you haven't played Budokai Tenkaichi games in 10 years, then there's no reason for you to really play classic, in my opinion. It's really preference at the end of the day, and you might prefer one over the other, but
I motion that we ask Miss Bulma to cook something for us.
let me check something. Struggling so hard and ranked. Yeah, we all are, bro. I finally got a fire mark for Sparking Zero. They cook with some Chinful Broly. I've been checking mods every day. I've yet to see any that are like, oh shit, I need that right now for me personally. So that's where I'm at with it. I motion
that we ask Miss Bulma to cook something for us.
I'll show you. Just wait.
Are the repairs to the peel-off machine finished yet?
With the Dragon Balls, we could wish for anything we wanted.
Really wish I could cure my boredom.
Okay, see ya.
Anyway, let's just get straight into it. I'm gonna open up a lobby. Anybody's welcome to pull up. It's gonna be DP battle. I know the vibes. I wish they could make the lobbies just a little bit bigger. I'd like to have 8 players instead of 6.
Huh? Hey, how come Vegeta's not here?
Nakun, what's good? Welcome. Oh, my fault. I should probably show the lobby ID, huh? Playing with viewers? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Lobby ID is up there. Feel free to pull up if you're on PS5. Oh wait, hold on. Matter of fact, let me add the code. In this. And here we go. Seen the Bamco stuff about the games that got canceled and like the layoffs and stuff. Yeah, I thought about making a video on it, but I didn't like look into it enough. So I just saw like whatever post was made on Twitter and shit, and also I missed my turn because I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I did briefly see it. You want to keep the matches honorable, or are we able to wild out, choose whatever you want? Choose whatever you want, I guess. Do you think you'll ever do story mode on stream? I played through all of Goku's episode battle and all of Goku and Gohan's episode battle on stream. So I'm not sure. So the vibes for tonight, right? We started off with some viewer battles. I'm waiting to see if Afro and or Rhyme come around because I was supposed to play with them and record tonight. But if we start getting late into the night and I don't hear anything from them, we might go ahead and do Trunks' episode battle tonight. Wasn't here for it, I missed it. If you missed it, you can see some Gohan stuff on the YouTube channel. I'll upload some of the Goku stuff eventually as well, and we might do Trunks tonight, so if you stick around long enough you might be able to see that. Did I buy Sparking Zero but I haven't played any Budokai Tenkaichi? Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, if the game looks fun to you.
What I've learned from my master. So you think you can take me, do ya?
Any predictions? Yeah, we can run predictions as well if you guys would like. Yeah, Stretch versus Sega.
No escape.
Oh, Drizzy, what's good, man?
Take this. I'm not done yet. Over here. This is nothing. How about this? Where are you looking? Where are you looking?
I'm not for organizing some things over here on the other monitor. The time I subbed, I have been here from start to finish every stream day. I work at night, so it kind of like my work commentary. Yeah, it kind of has been just, I stream at night a lot. I like streaming during the day. It's just the way I operate, my schedule is. I just always be here at night. But I'd like to get back to some daytime streams. Tomorrow, chat, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, TNS is hosting a Sparking Zero tournament. I will not be participating, but we will be watching the event and seeing how it goes and seeing the types of players and teams and stuff we see. Also, it'll be a good experience to see how they run it and how they handle it, because I have 2 tournaments I need to run myself, as you guys are aware, from the subathon goals. So, yeah. You watched the WNBA finals? Bits and pieces. I was out, so I didn't actually really get to sit down and watch the whole game. I saw the fucking game winner from Sabrina Nescu, though, I'll tell you that. I also saw Alonzo Ball making his return to the game today and looked really, really good in his preseason game against the Timberwolves, and I was very, very excited and very happy to see that, man. I damn near brought a nigga to tears. We've seen the run back against RDZ for Sparking for the boys. I don't know. Think Yaganu's at the game tonight? He's more likely at the Mets game, which I hope for his sake he's not, because Shohei Ohtani is dogging them niggas. What's the score? Yeah, it's God. The game was 8-0. So was that game actually in LA or was it in New York? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was in New York. He might have been at that game. For his sake, I hope he wasn't.
You bore me.
Oh, you meant the Mets game? For sure. Well, yeah, for his sake, I hope he wasn't there, bro, because they got dog walked. Alonzo's career has been rough ever since he left the Lakers. It was rough with the Lakers. And it finally looked like he found his home and his stride with the Bulls. Then he got hurt. But hey, he looked good. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he could come back and be a contributing, impactful, you know, respectable basketball player. And hopefully he can get back to where he was. That'd be great. And he's still really young, man. You know, it ain't like he's older. So I believe he's only 25.
You won't get away.
Yo, Pay, thank you for the prime. I greatly appreciate that. Welcome to the
Everything is
Awesome.
ordinary.
Looking like a Yankee Dodgers fan. Hey man, say man.
Where are you looking?
You bastard!
Let's go! Found you! You're done for!
Leave the rest to me. Where you looking? Laughing at me? Ready for this? Here you go!
You're still just not.
There you are! I'll show you what a Super Saiyan can do! Cut!
Fought an S rank player yet? I don't know. I fought some Z rank players though.
Remember me, Bob.
Probably seen us hosting a 20 for striking 0. No, not really.
Dynamite kid.
Tried Baby Nibia's Broly yet? Yeah, I've tried both of them a tiny bit. Don't forget to get some food. Nah, I went out to dinner today. I ate before I started the stream. Well, I'm fully dressed. I hit the A5 today, series. Hey, good shit. Wait, who you been maining? And yeah, your characters recover health in this game when you tag out during DP battle.
Neither.
Z rank is nothing but lag and rage quitters. I believe it. Lag, rage quitters, and then Vegito, UI, Goku, and Gogeta. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Not too bad, not too bad. I was surprised because we all thought it wasn't going to be a tourney game and TNS hosts one of the biggest fighting game weeklies. I mean, I still don't think it's a... I still think it is very much different from, you know, the types of games that they regularly host. I just think it's the fun new toy and everything. Like, I don't think this is going to be a very regular thing. But I mean, also like,
Daughter of Mr. Satan, I got a
it's not like I didn't
reputation to
think there
uphold.
wouldn't be people hosting tournaments. Like I acknowledge, like, yeah, there will be people who like host events and stuff for this, but it's not gonna be. And I mean, the game's too jank and too weird to like be a serious competitive fighting game and taken as such. You know what I mean? Like yeah, TNS is hosting a weekly, and it might even pop up as a side event at some, you know, some majors and stuff like that. But it's not gonna be, you know, in the rotations with games like Mortal Kombat, Tekken, Street Fighter, Guilty Gear. Do Giants take less damage? Probably. Das Boot! Yeah, that's the thing too, is that I myself want to see what this game looks like in a setting where we're trying to make it competitive and take it more serious. Because the thing is, this game is cool and really fun, but it's very clearly not designed to be a traditional fighting game, obviously, right? But I don't know how to say this without sounding like a hater or being negative, but like the highest level of this game that I've seen is pretty boring. It looks boring to play it that way, and it's boring to watch. I think there's only a certain level of skill or play you can go up to in this game before it's not fun anymore. And I don't feel that way about other fighting games. Like every other, like, let's just say, for lack of a better way of putting it, real fighting game is sick as fuck at the highest level. I think the competitive meta could be interesting if it's a DP battle. It's not about the characters, it's about the gameplay. Well, I guess partially the characters as well. It's like you just have to see it, I guess, more so than I'm able to explain. But the style of play, it's slower. It's a lot more methodical, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's not slow and methodical in the way of like a Tekken or a Street Fighter. It's more so like, for one, this is a Dragon Ball game. I don't want to see niggas doing jab here, jab there, key blast, jab, sidestep, key blast. That's not cool. That's not fun in a Dragon Ball game, honestly. Like Storm 4, nothing like Storm 4. I think Storm 4 at its highest level is a lot more interesting to watch than this game has been at the levels that I've seen so far. Obviously the game's still very new, but you know, also stuff like this. I think the defensive mechanics in this game are too strong. Especially super counter. Mainly super counter. I think I really think this game is just so much better if super counter doesn't exist, man. Like like a lot of things I'm thinking in my head right now and what I want to say is like, if super counter just doesn't exist, it fixes all those issues. Or if it was significantly harder to do. Super counter was in Budokai Tenkaichi 3, but it was way harder to do. It was like an actual frame perfect input. And you couldn't just mash it and spam it, otherwise you got locked out of being able to do it. Also, yeah, blocking and just mashing perception is also extremely lame. I was watching an Inzin vid where he was talking about there not being any real combos in the game, which exacerbates that meta you're talking about, like having a metered burst like usually would be way better. We have that. It's called Revenge Counter. But Revenge Counter in this game fucking sucks. It costs 2 skill gauge and it's supposed to be the combo breaker tool of the game, but it's not good. So it's like, why ever use it when you can just super counter everything? You can super counter the super counter? Is that fun and riveting gameplay to you? Is that exciting? Is that hype? Is that cool? Because I don't think it is. Oh wow, the answer to the best mechanic in the game is the best mechanic in the game. Hooray! Like, yeah. Are you able to do it consistently now? I can do it pretty well, a lot better than I could before. Like, I can't just do it every single time on command, but I do it a lot.
Nothing amazing happens here.
why it could be competitive and why it couldn't, and the people that are for it just have such weak points. Yo, homeboy, thank you for the 26 months. I greatly appreciate it. I'm willing to bet that the vast majority of people who are fighting for this game to be competitive and are on that side of the fence and are arguing in favor of it are not people who normally play more traditional fighting games. Because I'm realizing that people who always think that way or talk that way or like question it or want to debate about it do not have experience on both sides. And if they do have experience, it's very little or at a very low level. Because there's just certain things that they just simply understand or oftentimes refuse to understand. I feel like I'm somebody, and I feel like I'm always like this, but I'm somebody who's perfectly in the middle. I grew up my whole life playing fighting games and anime arena fighters, okay? And I've spent a lot of years playing every Budokai game, every Tenkaichi game, every Storm game, you know what I'm saying? Clash of Ninja, all that stuff. And that's not even what I'm known for on YouTube. I'm known for playing real or traditional fighting games. So I have a plethora of experience on both sides. And while I may not have a ton of experience at the highest level in either, I'm usually pretty competent in these games. Obviously, I'm struggling with Sparking Zero right now. I'm not that good, but been around enough, know enough. And obviously, I'm a respectable level, not like super high level, but respectable level in pretty much any fighting game I pick up, right? So I see both sides. I understand both sides. And I have the experience and knowledge of both to, like, I feel like have a more informed opinion than I think most people who speak on it do. And I think this game has potential and is really good and is really fun and is a lot closer to being able to be taken serious than a lot of other games like it are, but I don't think it's there, you know? And sometimes I feel like I see willful ignorance or just genuine, you know, ignorance from people who are trying to like argue in favor of it. Seen top players in stream game, they have a hard time doing super counter 2 times in a row. It's very doable though. I'm not saying super counter is easy, but it used to be even harder, and it probably should be for the health of the game. Also, my fault, I wasn't keeping track of the prediction because I was, you know, yapping. Game would be fun if revenge counter wasn't countered back by perception. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like you have all these defensive mechanics, super counter being broken, and then like the answer to the defensive mechanic is to use another defensive mechanic, which like thinking arena fighter being an Evo could be cool. It just has to be a balanced one. Typically they don't get balanced. That's the other thing too, is that this game isn't balanced and it's not meant to be, and that's okay. You know, I think there has to be some level of understanding from everybody what this game is. We have to try to try to not make it something that it isn't. You know what I mean? Things don't have to be like, if you like this game and you want to play it, you want to be top on the rank leaderboards, or you want to host events, or you want there to be tournaments and stuff, that's cool. But it doesn't have to be in the same breath or the same vein as like a Tekken or a Street Fighter, you know? This game isn't like those games for various reasons. They're very, very different, and not just in the style of gameplay, because Guilty Gear is not like Tekken, but they're obviously still traditional fighting games now of a similar ilk in the sense of the context of like how they're played on a fundamental level, outside of, you know, unique mechanics to each system. And from like a development standpoint, a balance standpoint, and all these other factors that make it be able to be taken more seriously. This game, like those games are designed to be that way. This game is not. So let's not force it to be something it isn't. You know what I mean? I say that though. Again, I'll play devil's advocate to my own point that I'm making. You can do it and find success. Because if you look at Super Smash Bros., like Melee is not meant, like Smash in general is not meant to be a competitive game. Like I guess with like Ultimate, they actually did kind of design it a little bit more with, you know, competitive play in mind and shit like that. But like, you know, Melee is the one everybody knows and loves and cares about and has been going on for so long. That game was not meant to be a serious game at all. And, you know, and now it is what it is. But I feel like there are very few cases like that, and that one's an anomaly, and maybe isn't really the best example of like, no, but like you see, Smash did it. It's like, yeah, well, that's like the one in a million, you know what I mean? So, but it has happened. But this game, I don't think will end up like that, and that's fine. I think most people who don't want balance as fusion players are UI players. I don't have Sparking Zero myself, but I guess I meant that there should only be one counter in the game, not a bunch of them. It's not even necessarily a matter of like there being, I mean, I could do without as many defensive mechanics as there are, but my issue currently is the accessibility to them when you can do them, and overall the strength of one in particular, being super counter being just the perfect fucking defensive mechanic that you can use whenever you want, completely free of cost. You believe this game was made with that in mind, to be competitive at that level, and they just missed the goal? No. That's the thing. That's the point I'm trying to make. They said themselves, this isn't meant to be that way. They said this game will not be balanced. This game is not meant to be super serious and competitive. And yes, people will get good and get sweaty and play it and like compete against each other. Like there's a difference between like competing against each other in a game and the game itself being competitive. Like there's a certain context we're talking about there when we use the word competitive. You know what I mean? This game is very clearly intentionally not designed to be that way. It is meant to be a more casual game, and that is okay.
What's wrong?
Like inherently there is a level of competition because you fight in the game. When you're playing against other players online in a multiplayer setting, regardless of what type of game it is, yes, there is a competitive aspect, but there's a big difference between competing in something and it being competitive. Is the universe competitive? No. There are no recent anime games in the last 5 years that are competitive. And the only one in the last 10 years I can think of off the top of my head is Dragon Ball FighterZ. I think Beer's considered cheese. I mean, he's got that insane unblockable ultimate, but also, yeah, Xenoverse is way too broken of a game that doesn't even function online for it to ever be remotely competitive. I like the new Hunter x Hunter game. Well, I haven't played it, but I'm looking forward to trying it. Demon Slayer tried to be competitive, then it died fast. No, Demon Slayer didn't try to be competitive. Players tried to force the game into being competitive, even though it wasn't. And it didn't really work. But that game itself was not meant to be taken super serious. I think we'll just keep running with this team today. ADC, no, I took too long to start spectating the match, so it ended before I finished watching. I think Bleach Rebirth of Souls might be the one that gets in the competitive scene. Right. I highly doubt it, but that would be cool. Did you build a channel for Twitch or YouTube? Both. Combination of both. Yo, Oreo Spider, what's good?
This is nothing. Let's go. Love you. You're done for. Where are you looking? This is nothing.
Let's switch.
Over here. No, you don't.
Bro, I cannot sidestep Z burst dash anymore. I don't know what happened, but everyone's just hitting me with that shit every single time. Like day one of the game, I was smoking people for just constantly trying to Z burst dash, and now every time they do it, every time I do it, niggas are just mashing and hitting me. And I don't know what changed.
Where are you looking? Attack on the pride of the Saiyans. And I'm going to get even stronger.
Soldier All-Star had a calm run during tourneys, but that game wasn't really that good.
Master, are you watching?
Ah, there you are. Spotted you.
Where are you looking? Now! Let's go! Get back! Where are you looking?
Okay, just mashing after that. Got it.
Over here! I'll fight you next! No escape!
It just has like course inputs and more traditional combo system, but that is a game that when originally developed was not meant to be like that, and then they overhauled it to try to make it more like that, and I guess it helped in that sense, but it still felt like, I never played it, I just watched. It still seemed like a game that like I wouldn't want to take seriously personally, but it's not like it had a big scene anyway. Okay, no sidestep. Trump, why can't I sidestep right now? Is my fucking stick broken?
Real Super Saiyan looks like.
He does a lot of raw supers. Yeah, I will always lose that game. I'm really bad at mashing, as we all know.
This is it!
Choke on this. Caulifla, let me
Is that unblockable?
You really are the best. I knew it. Together we're unstoppable.
That's Trump.
I'll take over. They can't. There you are. This can't be the end. Take this.
It was unblockable. Look at the edges of the screen at the start of a super. If it's kind of blurred with lines, it's unblockable. Really? I never knew that.
Where are you looking? Over here! You missed! This is nothing! Let's go! Found you!
Yo, Lotus Asakura just streams. Want to check out the boss high level gameplay? Bet. I'll take a look at some point. Also, good to see you streaming, bro. What the fuck? Gohan, he's over there.
Left to hide.
Cool. I guess there's just a certain range. Even though you can clearly see a player, and your character will even sense that they're over there. If you're out of range, you just cannot lock on.
This is nothing! On the pride of the Saiyans! And I'm going to get even stronger!
I have fun rating, man. I didn't even realize. That's funny. I rated somebody the other night, and they were like locked in what they were doing, so I didn't notice that first, and they were very, very shocked when they looked over and realized what had happened. Ah.
Let's go beyond.
I tapped that. Clearly I didn't, but I thought it did.
It's not gonna work. I can feel the power. This is it. I'll defeat you.
Gob looks like King of the Hill. He ain't so tough. Let me get warmed up.
You're toast.
I'll probably lose this match because I'm already on the verge of death, but if it come back around, I think I can beat him. Is classic controls better or modern? There's no difference in terms of the competitive advantage for the most part. One isn't really better than the other, in my opinion. It's really just personal preference. All it really changes is your button layout. The stream is lit. I sub. You should watch James O'Keefe's new movie, Line in the Sand. USA government is paying to... Bro, what? That was mad random. Yo,
Nothing
Velcaris, thank you for the prime. I greatly
happens here.
appreciate that. Welcome to the
Everything is
Asakura.
ordinary.
GG Stretch. I think I can take him. That was my first game of the day. Bot? Is it a bot? I don't know. Maybe. Spreading the word. Yeah, man. Which has a lot of bots recently. That one might be an actual person, but regardless, yeah, the shit has had a lot of bots recently. Wish I could restart my rank on B5. These sweats are so annoying.
I'll beat you. I
I feel like
swear
your Sparking Zero coverage has been doing well across YouTube and Twitch.
There is no place
Yeah, it's been
for
doing
you.
great. I mean, not every video's been a banger, but I've had, you know, 3 different videos surpass 100k views, which is crazy because I don't have that many of those. Streams have been doing great. I mean, we've been live for 30 minutes. We have over 600 viewers. We've been averaging like 1,000 viewers a stream lately. So I would say I'm doing pretty well in terms of Sparking Zero content. Today's video, I get it because it was Yajirobe. Today's video is not doing so hot, but generally speaking, yeah, I think it's been going pretty well. I have some more ideas for better videos that I think will do better viewership-wise. It's just a matter of, you know, getting those sorted out. There's also videos I want to make that I feel like I don't have enough information on yet, so I don't want to like jump the gun and just like, you know, make them too soon.
no escape. Still in this. I'll hit you with everything I've got.
Should collab with Kami, look him up on YouTube.
No, you don't.
Really good in the game. Not familiar with who that is, but maybe I'll check him out.
Where are you looking?
Yeah, there's also like 6 million people named Kami. Shit, we had like 4 niggas all named Kami in my chat at one point. Thank you, Koji. Like how you did with Kavis. Okay, I'll say this though. I don't collaborate or just reach out to or talk to just anyone though.
No escape.
I mean, this guy may or may not be cool. I don't know. But that being said, this nigga linked me Shohei Ohtani's homer from earlier today. I don't think that's what you meant to post. Regardless,
Master, I did it.
just because a nigga is good doesn't mean that I want to
You won't
be
get
his
away.
friend or make content. Maybe I do though. I don't know. But just saying. But I feel like that comes up a lot. People will be like, "Oh, there's this other nigga who does the same thing you do. Y'all should hang out. Or you should do coaching. Or like y'all should collab." It's like I don't know that nigga. I also don't like making new friends very often. Personally speaking. But if he is good at the game, you know, and he's creating content, I'll definitely give it a look, see how I feel and what I think, and see if I can learn anything. Also, I think at some point in the near future, I'll start trying out custom battle and Sorry, my fault. I got distracted by something. I'll start trying out custom battles and making YouTube videos on those as well. The guys are super helpful. Hope to see more in the future. If you find anything else, I have some like more informational, like educational videos I want to make. They're just things I'm not good enough at yet, or like know enough about yet. So the next, like I think. Hold on, where's my notes? Not this one. I think the next video, it's like educational information I want to make. There's two. One is about defense in this game, and the other one is like 5 like hidden techniques and drag. Like I don't know how I'm titling it exactly, but it'll be something like 5 secret techniques that Dragon Ball Sparking Zero won't teach you, or something like that. It's like stuff that's in the game, but like the tutorial doesn't tell you, or like a certain application of certain moves. Thanks for spreading awareness on Kefla. Yeah, for sure. Also, Gogeta is certainly one of the characters ever made. Hey, we're having issues online for PC. I keep getting in matches that disconnect. I play on PS5, so I have not been experiencing that, but maybe someone in chat can relate. Top 10 Das Boot moments. Also, I made a tweet about it. You guys probably saw, or most of you anyway. But I've seen like a lot of niggas being like kind of snarky and like elitist and shit towards other players on this game right now. Whether that's content creators or people like posting tech on clips and shit. Like, I feel like every time I see somebody post some shit that they found or figured out, there's always like, we already knew this, bro. This is like niggas just like shitting on the person for no reason and like acting like everybody else knew that. And every time I see it, it's about something that was not common knowledge and that the vast majority of people do not actually know. You may have known it. You and your homies might know it. Most people did not know this shit. I keep seeing niggas call shit that's common knowledge, or I keep seeing people call something common knowledge that is absolutely not common knowledge. Surprised the elitism so early is crazy. Yeah, I am too. I don't really understand. Like a lot of niggas who are like Tenkaichi players or like have recently been playing have been kind of dickheads to other people. Like there was a video I was watching earlier that was showcasing like some cool tech that most people don't know. And I went to the comment section and the top comment was like, I'm getting sick and tired of all these YouTubers. They're all the same. And you know what I'm saying, shit like this, and always showing some shit or always talking about some shit like it's new. And it's like, bro, what? Like, what do you mean? And like people were agreeing with him and like being like, just being like jerks and assholes, like in that comment section. I was like, I found it funny because again, people were acting like what he was showcasing in the video was common knowledge. Mind you, I have 116 hours so far in this game. I've played hundreds of matches, both ranked player matches, lobbies with homies, and not a single person, not one, in those 500 plus games, 100 plus hours, not a single person I have fought has done what he was showing in that video. But it's common knowledge to these dickheads. Now I know that it is something that there are players out there who know about. There are high level players who know it and we're doing it because I've seen it, and he got it. And the same person he got the tech from, I also saw and knew about. But like, it's not common knowledge. Most niggas do not know that. Talking about the combo extenders. Yeah, it was Enzim's video. Enzim put out a video today talking about combo extension and stuff, and the video did really well, and it was a really good video. Had a really good title, really good thumbnail. It was very informative. It was a really good video, and the comment section is like terrible for no good reason. Also, yes, I'm doing viewer battles right now. Check the pinned comment. Like the top comment on this video says, this is the top comment on this video. Why everyone uses the same tactic in their thumbnails for Sparking Zero? Oh, this changes everything. And then some of those vids is common knowledge already. Kind of cringe, not gonna lie. And this has almost 200 upvotes. And then these are some of the replies to that. Agreed. Yeah, this is garbage tier content. You're correct. That shit is corny. So cringe. One YouTuber started doing it and now they all do. It's an instant unsub for me. New tech discovered and it's in the fucking tutorial. This shit is not in the tutorial, by the way. Most of these dudes will be trash and forgotten. Like, that shit is fucking wild to me. I kind of want to rant about it and upload it, to be honest. Why people be dickheads? I don't know. And then there was that tweet, right? Hold on, let me find the tweet. Y'all saw the tweet, right, of the nigga talking about Broly, and he was like, "Yo, we can dodge a blockable supers," and da 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 da. And there was a bunch of people just being assholes and toxic under that. Very Lotus rant video. Yeah, this is insane. It's not even the type of game for that. It's a Dragon Ball game, not fucking Tekken or something. Yeah, I don't know, man. The vast majority of people who are playing this game were not seasoned Tenkaichi 3 veterans who have been playing up until a month ago. How do you know when to sidestep? That's something I don't really know how to explain, but maybe something I should make a video about. If I could figure out how to articulate it. Certain things are reactable. Like if you see somebody charging up at like a heavy attack or something, you just sidestep. Like you can react to that. Z-burst dash, you can react to that. Other shit is just like kind of instinct at times. I saw that tweet and a lot of people were misunderstanding it. They were trying to say timing the vanish was always a thing, but the tweet referred to holding the button in the middle of an animation. I think, that being said, he could have worded it better if that's what he meant. But regardless, it didn't warrant the replies that he got, or that Afro got when he quoted it. Because I don't think his tweet did a good job of articulating that. I think that tweet comes off as, yo, did you guys know you could vanish unblockable supers? You know what I mean? Which is more common knowledge, but there's a lot of niggas who didn't know that. There are a lot of people who didn't know that, much less people who knew that you could hold the button. Transparency, I didn't know that. I've been vanishing supers because I just use the vanish mechanic in general. So I just try to time it, and I've vanished plenty of supers, including unblockable ones. Didn't know there were scenarios where you could just hold the button. That was news to me. So it's not common knowledge.
Yeah, that's right.
The way people are acting with this game is making me really, not really like it. I understand that for sure. I'm a firm believer of if it helps even one person, it's good to make. And that's kind of going to be my mindset and my approach to any of the like helpful content that I make. Because in my top 10 tips video, which is like, you know, the biggest video I've made in a while, that video has almost 200,000 views. And in that video, the title clearly says beginner. And I clearly stress that is for beginners in that video. But almost 200,000 views, clearly a lot of people are looking for guide content. They're looking for educational shit. They're looking for tips, tricks, combos, everything like that, right? The majority of people playing this game are not going to be high-level players or gamers. It's going to be a lot of casuals or people who are just a step above casual that are trying to improve their game. That being said, there's some shit in my top 10 tips video that might be very obvious or already well known to anybody who's played Tenkaichi 3 a decent amount or is just, you know, somebody who regularly plays fighting games or arena fighters or anything like that, right? There might be like 1 or 2 things in there. It's like, oh shit, I didn't know that. But like for the most part, a competent player is going to be able to figure out that shit on their own. Cool. Then it's not for you. It's for the people, because if you look through the comments, and I didn't really get any hate on that video for the most part. There's a lot of support and a lot of people who were thanking me and saying that the video was really helpful, which is good. So with that being said, if it's helping out people, then it's helping out people. And if it doesn't help you, or you already knew, then move on. Because like, when I saw the tweet about Broly and like dodging supers, I saw that shit and I was like, okay, this nigga's just playing the most toxic teams he can think of. When I saw the tweet, I was like, yeah, I already know you can dodge it. Like, I didn't feel the need to quote it or reply and be like, little bro, we already knew this, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's always trying to have some sort of like gotcha moment, or, you know, I'm gonna rant. I'm gonna record a rant video. I'm gonna play one more game and then we're gonna talk about this. I'm gonna pause the lobby and I'm just gonna talk my shit, because that shit really pissed me off today. I'm not gonna lie, man. I feel like I've been seeing so many fucking jerks since this game came out. Yes, I did stretch diver. If you open up the sub menu, you can go into the training mode. But again, something that a lot of people might have missed. Yo, Space Bebop, thank you for the 4 months rather. Welcome back, I greatly appreciate it.
Everything is ordinary.
Well, my technique was something else, right? Have another.
You're nasty. I'm nasty. I ain't shit. Working on it though. Unless you meant that as an insult, in which case, you like that. I don't know. Feels like it comes with the territory of Dragon Ball being popular. It's like Monster Flames. Yeah, I mean, it just feels like toxicity is a little bit more out of hand than what I've seen in the past. Listen to J. Cole, Port Antonio. I heard the song, but I'm not really much of a J. Cole fan.
You do know I'm a low-class warrior, right?
This game is amazing. I don't care what anyone says. I'm also having a blast. So Daima is 20 episodes. If I did see that information, I'd forgotten. Also, I got my title for the video. We need to talk about Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Will be the title.
Now it's my turn.
Watching any of the WNBA finals? Yes. And Sabrina Ionescu is a dog. If people get discouraged because the comment is we already knew that, y'all don't belong here, you're completely missing the point and only feeding into the exact type of toxicity that I'm talking about. Stop. Why is everyone always trying to make it seem like, oh, y'all just being soft, y'all just being sensitive? No, you're being a dickhead. We don't need to be such assholes all the time. Every single thought or feeling or reaction you have doesn't have to be said out loud. Like every time something crosses your mind, you don't have to tweet it or say it or leave it as a comment. It's not about being soft. It's not about being sensitive. That's not the point. The point is, why are we tearing each other down and being like animalistic over things just because the information that you consumed wasn't new to you? I feel like it's an overreaction. That is the point. It's not like, oh, I don't want to be here anymore because everyone's being demean to me. Like, I don't give a fuck about that. I got thick skin. It's more annoying than anything. And honestly, I haven't even been on the receiving end of it. I've seen others be on the receiving end of it, and it grinds my gears. Because like when I watched Enzo's video, because I watched the video, I already knew about it. I was gonna talk about it in one of my own videos, in my top 5 like techniques or whatever video. That was gonna be one of the things I talk about. But you know, I wasn't gonna leave a comment on the video. I hit it with a like, and I thought it was a really good video. But after I looked at his comment section, I had to hit him up, and I was like, yo, bro, don't even feed into that. Like, don't even. That was a good video, dog. Like, you did well. Like, I don't even know why niggas is tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't even been on the receiving end of that shit. And it's not like he was on Twitter moping or crying or anything like that. I just saw niggas being so fucking stupid and just rude and jerks that I felt the need to reach out. And it's not the first time I've seen that. You know? Social media is generally becoming just a negative place. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
I am Super Vegito. Here, no. Not done yet. How's this? Let's do this. No. How do you like this?
Toxicity is the greatest form of currency online right now. It's just like this never-ending cycle of niggas just feeding negative energy into more negative energy. But then, like, even before that, it's just like everybody just wants to be an asshole for no reason. I guess because they think they're being funny or something. Like, matter of fact, let me hold on before I do this. Let me. Is Inzum live right now? I want to holler at him real quick and see if he cares if I talk about this, because he's obviously going to be part of it. And I don't know if he even wants like that type of attention. So let me talk to him real quick.
I'm not gonna go easy on you, Master Roshi. Can't let my students surpass me too quickly.
All right, Inzum said he's cool with it, so we're gonna record that after I play my next game. Twitter breeds toxicity, almost expecting anything else from it is ignorance at this point. But it's not even just Twitter. It's Twitter, it's YouTube comments, it's Twitch chat sometimes. Like, it's like, bro, one is enough is enough. Like, everybody just wants to be so much smarter than everybody else, or just a complete asshole for no reason. Can't confuse keeping it real with if you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say it at all. Like, the people who are the loudest or will talk about keeping it real or always being 100, it always goes way beyond that. The people who beat their chest about how much they keep it real and how they're always 100 and shit like that, it's like, sure, maybe you do always keep it real or 100 or whatever. But the people who say that are always just assholes who excuse it by saying that. It's like, oh, bro, I'm just keeping it real. It's like, no, you're being a fucking jerk. You're being a dick. And hiding behind, I'm just keeping it real as like your excuse to just be shitty to people. Also, in my experience, niggas who always brag about keeping it real be the first niggas to switch up or do some slimy shit when no one's looking. So there's that. Because when you really bout certain shit, you don't have to vocalize it. You know what I mean? When you're really about something in particular, like niggas who are like real niggas, or like let's say anything. Like a nigga who's really like in these streets, don't be talking about how he in the streets. You know what I'm saying? A nigga who really moving a certain way, don't talk about the way he moving, because he just making the moves. You know what I'm saying? The niggas who are always the loudest about a certain personality trait are always usually lacking in that personality trait. Like every time you hear a nigga talk about, oh, I'm an alpha male, congratulations, you just proved to me with that statement how much of a beta you are. You're actually a fucking loser. Like, oh nigga, I be getting money. All right, bro, broke ass nigga flexing his rent money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's always like that. Making fun of people, kind of, sort of. It's like no one in particular, just generally speaking. You just call out rappers everywhere. It's obviously a little different. Context. But you get what I mean? Like, I feel like people are always overcompensating for something by claiming to have so much of it. Whether that's, like I said, honesty, loyalty, money, or any sort of wealth, knowledge. Ego's a hell of a drug. Yeah, and I feel like egos on the internet are getting bigger and bigger. Are we getting you in the gang versus RDs against Sparkins Zero anytime soon? I don't know.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Got to do with fame, popularity, even the community as well. Yeah, everybody just wants attention. Need to trim the mustache. Bothering me.
You weren't much at all. Oh man! Yeah! What are you doing? No thanks. Come on! Over here! There you are! Here we go! Over here! Gotcha! Here we go! After him and strike! Gotcha! Here you go! All right! Yo! Here we go! Gotcha! Gotcha! Here we go! Gotcha! Hey, my turn now! Over here! Here we go! What now? Oopsie! Here we
I gotta stop hearing the title music, man. I'm going insane. I wish there. From what I understand, soundtracks are not really tied to specific characters or stages in this game, and you just have to pick what soundtrack you want. And I wish it wasn't that way, so that way you heard a larger variety of the game's music, because the game actually has some really good music, but
I've overcome my greedy. No containment?
any games with Junior, I think with Sparking, June's not really playing Sparking that much. I think we played it once, but it might have literally just been one game when we were in a lobby with some other homies. Off topic, would it be funny to hear Yajirobe's growl when he gets hit in a rap or hip hop song? Bro, where your head at right now? Is the game worth it thinking of buying it? It is a flawed but very fun game. It's worth it to me. Yo, Chunch, thank you for the raid. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome everyone to the Village in the Flowers. I'm Lotus Asakura, the one who never knows best. The Hanakage Hanagakure. I didn't realize Casey was playing this game. Yeah, he's been playing a little bit. Nah, I feel you, Masa. I'm like low-key tired of hearing that song too. I think that song is default for some people for a certain stage or for stages or for Sparking or something. The fighting games usually ass on PC multiplayer. I have great connection, but it's always a lag fest. The issue with playing fighting games on PC is that when you run into other players who are on a less powerful computer, you both suffer. So you might have a Ryzen 9 CPU with 64 gigs of RAM, and I'm naming my own specs. You know, a 2080 Super or 4080 Ti or whatever the fuck, right? And a wired Ethernet connection on gigabit, fiber. But if your opponent is out there on a fucking Lenovo laptop on Wi-Fi, then you're gonna suffer when you get matched up against them. So the thing about PC is that the general experience has more variance than it does playing on console. Console, yeah, you're running the Wi-Fi players, but if you're all on the same console, then generally speaking, there's going to be a lot more consistency to the experience that you have, where it's neither too far one way in one direction or the other. They're mostly all going to feel the same, with the exceptions of the ones that feel particularly bad. Whereas on PC, good connection versus good connection is going to feel oftentimes better than playing on console. Good connection versus bad connection, or bad connection versus bad connection, is going to feel way, way worse. I think the bad connections on PC, when you're playing online fighting games, feel a lot worse than on console. But the good ones feel better. So it's like, you know, take your pick. I think for the most part, I still prefer playing most of my fighting games on PlayStation, but there are certain ones I play on PC. But like Tekken, I still play on the console. Sparking Zero, I'm playing on console. Is there a game that I mainly played on PC when it comes to fighting games? Guilty Gear Strive, I mainly played on PC. But yeah. Want to run more prediction? Yeah, let's do it. Actually, who am I up against? What about fighters? Fighters, I predominantly played on console. I actually hated playing DBFZ on PC.
Fine, let's do this.
Prediction is up.
Fight with honor.
Oh, I feel like I'm lagging. Input delay.
Not done yet.
Like I can't move. Hello? I feel like I'm just not moving.
You missed.
Everything's coming out so late. New videos on YouTube? Hey, well, welcome to the stream. I greatly appreciate it. Oh, he had afterimage strike. Or not strike, wild sense or something. I cannot play the game right now. I don't know what's going on. I feel like nothing I'm doing is working. Wait, why is he able to...
Come on. End of the line. You're done.
Whoa, why didn't that knock him away?
I'll give you a fight.
Control might be bugging? Maybe. These controllers suck. The DualSense might be my least favorite PlayStation controller ever, by the way. I miss my DualShock 4 so much. I'm about to buy a converter and just go back to playing on a DS4 for every game.
So that's where you are.
I'm just not on point with anything I'm doing right now. Whatever. We about to record a video anyway. I feel like I'm actually just not playing the game at the moment.
There you are. Got it. Take this.
Hands are too fat. I have pretty big hands, so I disagree. I think they're too short, though. Not the most comfortable thing to hold.
Let's switch. Here. I can feel the power. Here. I'll defeat you.
Is the game music for patch yet? Not to my knowledge. Alright, well, we didn't actually get to play the game at all, but that's fine.
Any idea how much stronger I am?
Yeah, I don't know what was going on there. Alright. We're gonna back out for the moment. We're gonna record this video, and then we'll get back to it. Blue hair or purple hair trunks? There is a mod.
Getting exciting already.
I don't really have a preference personally.
Contestant number 17, would you like to give a comment?
Alright, we'll record it with this angle. No viewer matches for the moment. We're going to record this video, so I won't be looking at chat, and I'm also going to turn off alerts. I'll throw on some background music, I suppose. Y'all know me. Oh, let me get the extended version. This probably won't be the background music we actually use in the video, but do I even want to play music? I'll play music for you guys, but I might upload the video without it having any music at all. But I'll play it just so it's not as awkward, I guess, for y'all. Okay. Okay. We need to talk about Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lotus Asakura, the one who never knows best. And in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, obviously, right? But more specifically, I want to talk to you guys about the community, or I guess maybe lack thereof, because I don't know about you guys. And I'm fortunate enough to have not been on the receiving end of much of it myself, but I've just been seeing like a lot of like toxicity, elitism, and just like a lot of hate, you know, directed at people who are like trying to post tech and stuff to Twitter, or people who are, you know, content creators who are uploading videos to YouTube. So again, I want to stress that I'm very fortunate. The content I've uploaded for the most part so far has been perceived pretty well. I've gotten a lot of great comments from a lot of you guys who've been watching my videos and telling me how much you found it helpful, or you found this entertaining, and everything's been pretty smooth. Other people haven't been so lucky. Let me pull up my tweet real quick. Bring this over here. I actually made a tweet speaking excuse me. I actually made a tweet speaking on this because I've been seeing so much of it that it kind of started to bother me. And so the tweet went something like this, where I said, I've been seeing a lot of elitism and hate towards Sparking Zero players and content creators on YouTube and Twitter from the sweats that never stop playing Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Pretty weird behavior. If you guys know so much and are so good at the game, you should capitalize on that and make some content. And I followed it up by saying, this game is a goldmine for content, and 99% of people playing were not still playing Budokai Tenkaichi 3 last month. What's obvious and common knowledge to you probably isn't to most players. You can do really well on YouTube by teaching people how to play this game right now. And so that sums up the gist of what I want to talk about, but we're going to get into some examples and some more thoughts and opinions and feelings I have on like what I've been seeing and showing you guys what I've been seeing. But yeah, so that's pretty much the basis of this video. I've been seeing a lot of hate. There will be people who post something, they figure something out, and then you have like a bunch of people like, oh bro, we already knew. So like, oh bro, this ain't new, or like, you know what I'm saying? And it goes beyond that, where it's getting like kind of aggressive and animalistic at times. And I've been seeing people like tearing each other down for not being as good at the game as they are, or as smart as them. It's one thing when it's like a little joke, little hee hee ha ha, or like, he thinks this is new, whatever. But it's I feel like it's getting beyond that, and it's just getting to a point where I just feel like it's overly toxic. You must be talking about the rhyme style tweet. I don't even know about what rhyme style tweet you're talking about. I happened to look over at chat just now. But no, I'm not talking about that. And it's funny because I keep seeing those types of comments or remarks, whether it's in the YouTube comments, the Twitch chat, or on Twitter, people saying like, man, like so many people are bad at this game, or like everybody be talking about stuff like it's new information, this is all common knowledge, or like y'all clearly didn't play the game, and blah, 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 blah. And to that, I would say, okay, if so many of you out there feel that way, you feel like there's a lot of common knowledge, everything like that, but you're seeing these YouTubers or these people on Twitter get all these retweets, all these likes, all these views, all these comments for posting it and talking about it. At what point do you go, maybe, just maybe, this actually isn't common knowledge. Maybe more people don't know about this than I originally thought. Maybe some people weren't keeping up with Tenkaichi 3 or didn't play it at a super high level or weren't recently playing the game and aren't familiar with some of these strategies, some of these techniques. And beyond that, clearly there's a market for this. There's an audience for it. People are building live their streams off this, their YouTube channels off this. I personally have multiple videos right now with over 100,000 views, which is pretty abnormal for me and really great. I'm seeing a lot of success with the game, as are dozens, if not hundreds of other content creators. People are getting like way more viewership than normal because the game's very exciting, it's new and it's popular. And right now is the time to strike while the iron is hot. So if you feel like you're somebody who's really skilled or knowledgeable in the game, you should be sharing that with people. Now, of course, there are some people out there who just want to gatekeep and beat up on scrubs or other people who just know less, whatever. But if you're not one of those people, why not try to get you a slice of the pie? Because that's how I see it. And I'm someone that's doing my best to not only learn and improve the game and have fun, but also help others learn and improve along the way. When I learn something, I pass it on to you guys. And so I do have some more like informational, like guide style kind of videos coming soon, but I'm just trying to take my time with them and not like rush it, because I'm trying to also improve and make sure that I understand things before I speak on it. Because I've seen a lot of people speaking on things they don't understand, and you know, maybe enough time will pass and eventually that will have been the case with me as something changes or isn't what we initially thought. But I digress. That's another story. It's another topic. I want to get into a tweet that I saw that ended up spawning a lot of stuff like this. And then we'll also talk about a YouTube video that I watched and the comment section on that YouTube video. So here we have a tweet from Twitter user Shiryu. I'm going to assume is how you pronounce her name. And it says, we can dodge unblockable supers consistently. If someone is doing a super in front of you, with some characters like Z Broly in this clip, we have to find others. If you press guard in the middle of the animation, you will dodge it every time. This is game changing. Now, first and foremost, if you guys didn't already know, you can dodge almost anything in this game with R1 or your block button with vanish, right? Most of you by now should be familiar with the vanish or Z vanish mechanic. You can use it to dodge attacks. You can use it to dodge supers. You can use it to dodge a lot of things. So when I originally read this tweet, I thought that this was a player who didn't realize that you could vanish supers and had just discovered that and was excited about it and wanted to share it with people. That being said, as somebody who already knew that information, I didn't feel the need to reply to it, to comment on it, to quote tweet it and be like, this isn't new information, little bro. We already knew this. Now, I'm not saying that's not maybe something I haven't done in the past. I can't say for sure whether or not I have, but I'd like to think I'm growing and maturing as a person. But I've seen a ton of people exhibiting that type of behavior. Now, what I will say is that it seems that this player didn't mean that you could just vanish supers, but was actually saying something that was news to me, and that you can hold the button. Now, they don't go into detail about it like in these replies or anything like that, but it looks like, you know, he replied here and said that you have to hold it without really elaborating too much. But I was personally under the impression that you had to dodge it by timing it properly with a tap, the same way that you do like when you get into those vanish wars in the game, where you tap the button at the right time, you'll dodge supers. I have dodged plenty of supers so far in this game, and it was always by tapping it because I thought it was a timing thing. Now, what this tweet is really saying is that at a certain point in the cinematic, if you just hold the button, you'll dodge it automatically. Still something that I have to test and learn and figure out, but I did try it a few times randomly when I was playing some games last night on my stream, and it turns out that does actually work. Now, I haven't, again, fully figured out the explanation of it, or like what I guess it is still a timing in a sense, but like when in the cinematic you do. But I just was trying it randomly when like supers were getting thrown out, and I would hold the button, and sometimes I was dodging them. So it does work. Is it consistent? I don't know for sure. He says it's consistent. I have no choice but to take his word for it because I haven't labbed it myself yet. But that being said, that was new information to me. That was something I didn't know. And I have over I'm streaming right now as I'm recording this video, and we were having a conversation. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna bring this up. But I'm streaming right now, and I have over 100 hours in this game so far, right? And I have hundreds and hundreds of matches played. This was new information to me. Was it common knowledge to you? Because it wasn't to me. And if you go to the replies of this tweet, you'll see some people saying things like, this has been around since Tenkaichi 3, skull emoji. You can even do it when they send you flying. And then like the more you scroll, you just find more people kind of being jerks and just being like, you can tell some of you are just getting into the Tenkaichi series. This should have been known. Go figure. A game that sold 3 million copies in the first day and is a sequel to a game that released in 2007, 17 years ago, has new players who never played. Half the people playing this game probably weren't even alive when Tenkaichi 3 came out. Dragon Ball is so big, I'm sure there's a lot of kids and teenagers and, you know, older people as well. And by older, I just mean like adults, like people in their 20s, 30s, but 40s, 50s, who knows, right? Dragon Ball is loved by people of all ages. But yeah, not everybody and their mama remembers stuff from 17 years ago. And not everybody and their mama was still playing Tenkaichi 3 or modded Tenkaichi 4, whatever, a few weeks ago. You know what I mean? Always been the case since Budokai and Tenkaichi and Raging Blast. I'm really wondering if you guys played the Budokai Tenkaichi saga or you just suck at the game. The last Budokai Tenkaichi game was 17 years ago. Okay, this guy's actually, yeah, well, duh, of course, they're literally a whole different generation of humans. Like, literally, 17 years. There are people who are about to be legal adults that weren't alive when Tenkaichi 3 came out. And it's not like it's a classic online game that's still getting played to this day. I mean, yes, in very niche circles and areas, yeah, there's people who play Tenkaichi 3. Obviously, some of y'all are clearly out there and saying stuff like this. But it's not like a game that you can, you pop your disc into a PS2 and you can go jump online and play Tenkaichi 3. You know what I mean? So as you guys know, I have a homie by the name of Afro Senju who wasn't aware of this as well. And he quoted and said, new tech. Because again, might have been common knowledge to some of you, but maybe the common knowledge isn't as common as you think. And then you see we have another homie named Tech who replies, the speed at which people couldn't wait to get toxic or lead us under this tweet should be studied, because he got a lot of replies from people who were saying, like, look at this. No way y'all calling this tech. This is just a high transmission dodge. I'm starting to think Afro lied about playing older games because ain't no way. I trust and believe, bro. Bro, hold on. Matter of fact, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. You see this? Y'all see this right here? I've been out here, bro, since day one, and this is just the Budokai games. I got games even older because we can take it all the way back. If I go to this shelf over here, you know what I mean? Like we been outside, bro. Okay, I've been playing since Budokai 1. Still have all these games to this day. I have put hundreds, if not thousands, of hours into each one of these games, let alone any of them individually. Budokai 3 probably has the most. I wouldn't be surprised if I have 5,000 plus hours in this game. Okay, as a kid, these were damn near the only games I played for years at one point. There's a lot of stuff that was in these games that I never knew about as a kid, and I can only assume, ignore that, I can only assume the same is the case for a lot of other people. When did this game come out? God forbid people don't remember tech from a game that's 17 years old. It's not like this is Super Smash Bros. Melee where it has a pretty large competitive scene that is still going on to this day. And I don't understand why so many people feel the need to chime in and then be just like such jerks about it. If you see some information that you already know, then why is it such a big deal? Like, if you already knew it, then it's not for you. There's a lot of people who didn't know. And truth be told, I don't think most of this stuff is obvious. And stuff like this, the game doesn't teach you that you can do that with unblockable supers. Like, I've done the tutorial. The game doesn't tell you that that's possible. Now, that being said, the tutorial is helpful. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna start over. Y'all will notice that I take a lot of pauses and shit when I'm recording for YouTube, because I pause in between sentences and fragments and shit at times to like gather my thoughts before I go to the next statement, unless I be flowing. But going back to what I was saying. Now, that being said, you should do this tutorial. It will teach you to some extent about how the game works. And another thing about the tutorial is that it teaches you a lot of mechanics, but it doesn't teach you how to apply those a lot of the time or explain exactly how they work. The game teaches you how to vanish, and it'll show you some situations where you can do it. The game doesn't say, hey, if an opponent has an unblockable super, you can do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially holding the button part, I didn't know you could do that. Another example off the top of my head, right? When you learn how to Z burst dash, which is the super dragon rush or dragon, you know, the super dash that you do, right? Where you zoom and then you flip around and go behind your opponent, the game tells you on standard controls to hit R2X and then hit R2X again. But in reality, you can just hold R2 and double tap X. Game doesn't tell you that. And it's just little stuff like that. And there's some things, I have my own video coming out soon that's probably going to talk about some of the things where it's like the game teaches you this mechanic, but not necessarily how to apply it. And there's an application that would help out a lot of people, because for some people instinctually you go, oh, I could use this for that. But some people don't think about it. Bro, you know how many people don't realize how useful sidestepping is in this game? I talked about in my top 10 beginner tips video, use sidesteps. There are people who still don't know how to beat Z burst dash. And there's multiple ways. You can sidestep it, you can drift to the side and then hit him with a punch. You can, if you time it well enough, you can do key blast and stuff. There's a lot of options there. You can super counter, which we're gonna talk about super counter one of these days. Not today, but one of these days. But not everybody immediately figures out how to apply certain things. And instead of dunking on people, these types of people could be making content or their own clips or streams or videos teaching people, because that type of stuff is doing really well right now. But instead, social media has this obsession with just constantly like trying to lil bro people, clown on everybody, dunk on them, talk shit, get their jokes off. Like, I get it. Like at times, like we all have moments like that, I guess. Maybe not all of us, but a lot of us have moments like that. It's like, I'm gonna get this joke off real quick, or you know what I'm saying, whatever. But I just feel like I've seen so much of it with this game. We're gonna take a look at another example. And like, so here we have this video from the homie Inzim, okay? You guys may or may not know him from Dragon Ball FighterZ. I would say he's currently the best Dragon Ball FighterZ player in the world. He's qualified for the World Tour. May or may not be showing up. That's another story entirely. But he put out this video earlier today that is called "This New Combo Tech Changes Everything in Sparking Zero." And it's a guide video that shows you you know, applications of a tech that he learned from Vox, which is Vox Liza. He's a really good Sparking Zero player, anime game player that has been, you know, teaching me some stuff as well, and is how I've improved at the game a little bit. Basically showing like this tech of like getting behind your opponent and how you can extend combos using the Z burst dash, and I'm sure he'll demonstrate it here in a moment. Yeah, there you go. You can dash back around your opponent and continue to get behind them and extend your combos. And this is tech that I knew about, but I haven't like been able to implement yet because I'm just not good enough. But also I was going to include, like I said, in one of my upcoming videos, I have some techniques that either the game doesn't teach you at all, or how to apply certain mechanics that the game shows you, but you may or may not have thought about using it in that way. Regardless, I thought this was a really well-made video with a great title, great thumbnail. And as you can see, it's performing very well. He's 32,000 views right now in 10 hours. And again, like, shout out to the homie Inzim. Link to his channel will be in the description down below, link to his Twitch, all that stuff. But like, this is out of nothing but respect for Inzim. So I just want you to see 8,000 subscribers, almost 9. You know, Inzim's not like a super big creator. That video was doing really well. You know why? Because as I said, right now Sparking Zero is a gold mine. Clearly there's a market for this type of content. People are looking for this type of stuff. There's a reason why this is his most popular video right now. Well, he's got 35. Okay, I see you, dog. I see you. But yeah, there's a reason why this video is popping off for him right now. People are looking for this type of stuff, which is ironic then when you come to the comment section and you scroll down, and I'm seeing the top comment on his video is why everyone uses the same tactic in their thumbnails for Sparking Zero. Oh, this changes everything. And then some of those vids is comment ons already. Kind of cringe, not gonna lie. Which, by the way, I feel like the niggas who be calling shit cringe be the cringiest niggas on the fucking internet. It's a word that I've avoided using for like the last 10 years because I feel like every time somebody uses it, they're actually the one that like kind of makes me wince because I already know you're a fucking loser. Regardless, it's like, are we serious? This isn't common knowledge. I'm willing to bet most of you watching this video right now did not know that you could Z-burst dash after a knockback to extend your combo and get back behind your opponent. You know how I know you niggas don't know this? Because there's already a lot of people who are watching me that think I'm better than I am. By the way, I'm bad at this game, but like are learning from me, and I haven't been doing this in videos yet. I'm ahead of recording, behind on uploading, so that's part of the reason why. Also, I'm just bad. But like, I have over 100 hours in this game. Like 500 plus matches in this game already. Not one player I have fought has done that. Unless the one Z-Ring player that I fought before did it and I forgot. He may have slipped that in there at some point, but I don't even think he did. Shout out to Edit. I have not run into anybody online doing that. You know why? Because it's not common knowledge. The tutorial does not teach you that you can use that to extend your combos that way. And you know what I'm saying? And also the game doesn't emphasize to you the importance of getting behind your opponent and why you want to do that. And even if it is in the tutorial, most niggas aren't doing the tutorial, which is why one of my tips in my top 10 tips video was to do the tutorial. You know how many people skip over it? Bro, you know how many people thought when you start up the game and you do that fight between Goku and Vegeta that was a tutorial? Because understandably so, it is teaching a little bit about the game. Oh, okay, that's it, boom, done. And there's a training mode. You know how you get to the tutorial? You have to go to battle, go to super training, and then go to battle training. It's not that it's super far out of the way, but I just don't think the common player, the average player goes, oh yeah, let me go into training mode and figure, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of niggas ain't taking it that step. A lot of people are also terrified of training mode. That's another thing entirely. But then, like, if you scroll back and look at these replies, you have some people who are like on Inzam's side and kind of defending him. Like, it's called marketing. I'm sick of these half-ass YouTubers. Like, whatever. Sorry, I thought I turned my alerts off, but thank you, Double Gaming, for the 100 bits. I'll get back to that in just a moment. This is garbage tier content. You're correct. This shit is corny. And again, you have some outliers here, like I didn't know. You're, you know, some people. He's agreeing with him. Come on, this shit's not loading. Come on, bro. Oh my god, why is this shit being difficult? You have this reply from Inzam that says, I looked through a lot of combo related videos and I didn't find this tech. I don't think it's common knowledge. To which I agree. I've also sifted through several combo videos. Most people don't understand how combos work in this game because the majority of combo videos you watch, people are doing fake combos. This Sparking Zero is a game that's not very heavily combo focused. It doesn't want you doing combos, which might sound nonsensical to you if you don't have a certain level of understanding of the game and how the defensive mechanics in this game work, because you can get out of combos very easily 99.99% of the time, and the best way to get any combo that's somewhat real is to get behind your opponent, which is why something like this is so important. Because of the existence of Z counter, super counter, revenge counter, side steps, all this other stuff, and even just blocking, a lot of stuff doesn't true string in this game. There are gaps where you can use these mechanics. And if you scrub through a bunch of videos on YouTube, like I have, most people are not talking about it. And there are some channels out there. There are some channels out there that are discussing some of this tech, but most of them aren't. And not just this specifically, but just in general, like the actual, like good stuff. So cringe. One YouTuber started doing it. Now they all do. It's an instant unsub for me. You don't have the motion to be doing clickbait, so just be normal. Like, who are you? At least Inzam got 9,000 subscribers. How many you got, little bro? Like, you know what I mean? It's like where do people get off? Inzam's is the first video I've seen of Sparking Zero covering it. You're doing well, man. Don't worry. And that's my point. It's new to somebody. Seriously, new tech discovered and it's in the fucking tutorial. If it's in this tutorial, why I'm 500-600 games into this game and no, I've been hit by it maybe once ever, if at all. Unfortunately, gang, a lot of us really did play a lot of Budokai Tenkaichi 1 through 3, so it really is common knowledge. No, the fuck, it's not. If all this stuff that niggas keep saying is common knowledge is so fucking common, why ain't you niggas doing it? Why is nobody doing it? Why is no one talking about it? And the niggas who do talk about it, they get views. You know why? Because it wasn't fucking common knowledge. I'm very fortunate that my comment section hasn't looked like this. The stuff that I've talked about and the guides that I've made have been people thanking me, which just goes to show that there's a lot of people who need help with the basics or the slightly more advanced stuff. This isn't something that I would consider basic or fundamental. I would consider this a step above that. It's somewhat like intermediate, advanced, somewhere in that realm, right? The stuff that I've put up so far in terms of teaching people how to play the game is pretty surface level and shallow and basic. And we're working our way up to you know, more difficult, more advanced stuff as I learn it myself. That beginner tips video has almost 200,000 views right now, which is a lot for me, or for anyone for that matter, right? Full of comments of people talking about how much this helped them. They're thanking me for it, and I'm so grateful and appreciative for that. And I'm very glad to hear that it helped out so many people, and it inspires me and motivates me to put out more content like that. Even when it comes to the Clash mini games, for some people, you might think, oh, this is self-explanatory, but the tutorial doesn't actually tell you how those mechanics work. It just shows it to you. When you do the tutorial and you do those Clash mechanics, it doesn't explain how you win the mini game. It just throws it on screen and expects you to figure it out. And some of us have. Some of us haven't. A lot of people haven't, which is why that video is also doing okay. Now, it ain't 200,000 views, but people are still learning from that video, and that's what's important. My brother in Christ, it's not just combo vids, duh, use your brain. Most of these dudes will be trash and forgotten. Every new game, like, it's just, if it's not new information to you, I don't understand why you have to be such an asshole about it. And honestly, I don't even consider this clickbait. This is just the truth. Most people out there, myself included at times, when I just get on autopilot and I'm not focusing on what I'm doing, are just mashing square, just doing rush chains, automatic vanish combos. This is very helpful, very useful information to what I would call and consider the vast majority of players. The amount of people who do know compared to those who don't know is very skewed. Up here are the people who don't know. This is the amount of people who do know. Now, one could argue that some of these views, right, are from people who thought they were going to learn something new and didn't. Myself included. Did I learn something new from Inzum's video explaining this mechanic? No, but I still thought it was a really good, well-made video. You see, I hit it with a like. Wait, what? Why does this shit say I'm not subscribed to Inzum? Did I accidentally unsubscribe? Whatever. I've been subbed to Inzum for, no, that's so cap. Wait, what? I must have accidentally hit the button, regardless. That shit threw me off, made me lose my train of thought. Fake fan? Bro, I've been subbed to Inzum for a long time. I deadass had to have accidentally hit the button and unsubbed at some point. Lost my train of thought. Let me just take it back a couple steps. Let's go back to, I thought it was a really well-made video, and I highly recommend I thought it was a really well-made video, and I highly recommend checking it out if you haven't seen it already. It's just, I don't know, man. I feel like the elitism, I just feel like the elitism and the toxicity around Sparking Zero right now is like kind of out of control, because it just feels like every time somebody makes a post about something like this, like I'm seeing a lot of this outside of my own content, which again, I'm very grateful for, but it's still kind of annoying to see other people going through it. I feel like the thing I've seen the most in regards to comments about Sparking Zero is how hard the game is and how much people are struggling. So clearly most people don't really know what they're doing and are looking for help. So videos like this are helpful. And instead of like trying to constantly tear each other down, we should be working together to figure out like, okay, what is the best type of content to be making right now? What do people need help with? Like, how can we educate? How can we increase, you know, the overall level of play in the game? How can we make the game better, more fun, create a better sense of community, and keep this game alive and well and popular, instead of shitting on somebody because you think you're so much smarter and better than them, or because you knew something that most other players didn't know, and then try to like act like it's something that everybody knows when clearly they didn't. The video's got 1,800 likes for a reason. Clearly a couple thousand people thought this was a good video and learned something from it. And that's just the ones who hit like, you know what I mean? Thousands more, I'm sure, who just didn't hit the button, but you know, they enjoyed or liked the video. It just bothered me seeing it because I've just seen it a lot. I've been seeing it a lot since the game came out, but I've been seeing it a lot in particular the last few days, and I just felt the need to speak on it. I feel like I had a lot more I wanted to say, but It's a lot of hating going on, and it don't do nothing but tear each other down and help the game die faster. Anyway, I'm having a lot of fun with the game. I'm having a lot of fun learning, and I will personally continue to create content that is trying to help people improve as well as also entertain people, because that's what I'm passionate about doing right now, and I think it's the best thing to do right now. Also, I may or may not have a video coming up soon that's going to be more critical of Sparking Zero, talking about issues and flaws that I have with the game and how I'd like to see it improve. I just hope when I do that, niggas will be like, oh, now you being a hypocrite, you being negative, because there's a difference between being negative and being critical. And I want the best for this game, and I want the game to be alive for as long as possible and have as many people playing and enjoying for as long as possible. So when I talk about my criticisms or any issues that I have, understand that it's because I care and because I'm passionate about this, not because I want to tear the game or anybody down. Okay, it's understood. We'll get back to that in a future video. Anyway, that's why I'm going to wrap this up for the night. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit this video with a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already so you can stay tuned for all of the awesome content that I'm bringing you. With all that being said, that's pretty much all I have for today. And remember, nothing can happen until you swing the bite. Later. They were cooking me in the quotes. I don't know why. It's so dumb. Yeah, I definitely said bot instead of bat, but whatever. I thought about re-saying it, but it is what it is. Like the comments you got were like mad aggressive for no reason. Because the thing is, most people don't know that. You know how many streams I've watched, how many videos I've watched, how many matches I've played and have seen very, 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 very few people do anything like that. You know what I mean? Anyway. Thought I was doing something. You did. You did. Enzo, look at it like this, bro. You see the views on that video? That video is doing well for a reason. You see the likes? Check your dashboard. That shit got like 97, 98% likes to dislikes, right? There's a reason for that. The good outweighs the bad. The bad are just very vocal. You know what I'm saying? It's a good video. It's a great video. Jacket, thank you. It's one of my favorite jackets.